Who are the pretenders and who are the contenders? We're more than halfway through the NFL season, but DraftKings Sportsbook is still pumping out unbeatable offers every single game. New customers can bet just $5 on anything and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. DraftKings isn't stopping there. All customers can take advantage of a sweetener offer every game day this October. Get in on all the football action with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the app now and use code Shannon. New customers can bet just $5 on anything and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Only DraftKings Sportsbook with code Shannon. The crown is yours. Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of Nightcap. I am your favorite sports uncle, Shannon Sharpe. He's your favorite number 85, number one Bengals. I don't know. I think it's Munoz, then Boomer, Kenny Eason, Jamar Chase. No, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. I mean, you coming. I mean, you gaining. I mean, after about
right.
Years, you going to be up there. But
I appreciate that.
You the best route runner in Bengals history.
I'm the best route runner in history.
Bengals.
I'm the best route runner in the history of the game.
That's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Please do not forget to click that subscribe button. You guys are doing a great job. Some of you guys have mentioned the other day that you didn't see the show. It's no longer under Club Shay Shay. It has its own channel, Nightcap Show. So make sure you click that subscribe button. Therefore, you're notified every time we go live. Ocho, we're going to jump right into it. Thursday night football, the Steelers beat the Tennessee Titans 20-16. Kenny Pickett, 19 of 30, 160, a touchdown. Jaylen Warren, 11 rushes, 87 yards. Deontay Johnson, 7 catches for 90 yards. Will Levis, 22 of 39, 262 and an INT. Mm-hmm. Take us around. What did you like? What did you take away from this game?
All right. What I didn't like, I'm gonna start with the Steelers. Listen, okay. I've been blaming Matt Canada for the longest. All of us have. You know, the media, the fans, even some of the players that I've talked to privately have blamed Matt Canada. And from what I saw today, it was Matt Canada's fault. I saw a lot of mistakes. I saw a lot of overthrows. I saw a lot of underthrows. I saw a lot of drops. So tonight's game wasn't on Matt Canada. Deontay Johnson finally getting in the end zone. Since 2021, he hadn't scored a touchdown. So seeing him get in there, I'm happy for him. George Pickens, you are one of the best, easily top 5 in the league if they can use you right. But when your opportunities come to you, baby, I love you. You got to make the most of them. You have to make the most of them. Due to the inconsistencies at quarterback, you got to do everything you can when the ball comes your way. Nothing against Kenny Pickett. Your time will come. You're going to continue to grow and get better at the quarterback position. Other than that, the Steelers, they average 5 penalties a game. A very disciplined team. The first half, the first drive, they had 5 on the first drive. I'm not sure what was going on, but again, you do have lapses like that. They were able to come away with the win. On the other side of the ball, Will Levis, second start, so poised in the quarterback. He looks like a quarterback that has been here before. He looked like he's been playing the game at a high level for a very long time, even with TJ Watt hitting him over and over and over again. But he had such great awareness and pocket presence. He's going to be okay. Outside of that, the Steelers were able to come away with it, what I call an ugly win. I call it an ugly win. It wasn't beautiful. Sometimes you're going to have games like today, and they got one today.
Have the Steelers had any pretty wins this year? It seems like all these games come down to the very end.
Right.
They're losing the ball game for a large portion of the ball game. We saw this against the Ravens. Somehow Mike Tomlin has this team. They can dig down, pull out something that's inside of them and find ways to get a win. You mentioned George Pickens. Bro, you put too much work in. That's lazy feet. That's lazy, Ocho. There's no other way around it. That's just being lazy. You know you can't take that long of a step in the end zone of a clutch like that.
Yeah, you got to tap like Sammy Davis Jr. You got to tap like Sammy Davis on that. You need
even though it's not a true sideline throw, Ocho, you might have to go dead. You might have to just go ahead and go limp. You know, pause. But you know, in football terms, what we talking about.
Right.
But but you can't in a situation like that. You can't leave
an opportunity like that, because as you step up in competition, Ocho, you know every play matters, every point matters.
Mm-hmm. And the funny thing about it is the fact that they aren't a volume throwing team. Right. They are still, even in this era, they are a run first team trying to establish the run to open up the pass. And the opportunities come far from few for the receiving core. And being that the inconsistency at quarterback play is the way it is, you have to make the most of those opportunities, because when it doesn't go well, it's magnified. Even though you were able to get the win tonight, you were able to overcome some of the mistakes.
Right. And I remember that's kind of how we were in the Ravens. We weren't a throwing team. We were going to run the ball with Jamal, play action pass off of that. But when the opportunity presented itself, we caught a breakdown in the defense, or someone blew an assignment, we made sure we cashed that opportunity in, because like you said, the opportunities weren't going to present themselves that many times, because we weren't a team that was going to throw the ball 30 and 40 times to present those, to have those opportunities to present themselves.
Right.
So when you only gonna get, 20, 25, well, so what was he, 19 or 30? So when you go, and I think they threw that late in the ball game because they were behind. Normally they probably would like to have a 40 rush game between Warren and what's the other running back, 22?
Najee
Harris. They would like to have 40 rushes between those guys, and even probably 20, 25 throws with Kenny Pickett. But give the Steelers credit, they found a way to win on their home field, to stay pace with the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens, who they have a win over the Ravens. So right now they're looking really good from where they are. So kudos to the Steelers. Tough loss for the Tennessee Titans, because they're trying to stay pace with the Jacksonville Jaguars, but it seems like the Jags are in control of that division. There was some news that happened on Tuesday night. Raiders fire head coach Josh McDaniels, Dave Ziegler, GM. The GM, and Devontae Adams. They asked him. He said, "Well, it was time for some sort of change."
Yeah.
What if you're the Raiders? What would you do if you're the Raiders? They named.
Listen, it was time to change. Sometimes in a relationship, you got to know when to cut your ties. You got to know when to cut your ties when things aren't going well. And the funny thing about it is it's like being in a relationship and you're having kids, and your kids don't really like your spouse. Your kids don't really like your spouse. Your family members don't like your spouse. Something got to go. Something got to go. And the one thing
you get rid of the spouse. Hold on. Whoa, time out. Let me get a 20-second time out.
I'm trying to give you an analogy, baby. Stay with me now. I'm just trying to give you an analogy that makes sense. I'm not saying not the spouse you have kids from. Let's say you're with somebody else.
Rail. So if your 10 kids didn't like Rail, if I don't know if your mom and your grandma were alive when you was dating Rail, if they don't like Rail gotta go.
Yeah, Rail met Hurricane Paul at the beginning.
So if mom didn't like Rail, if the kids ain't like Rail gonna have to go.
Oh yeah, she got to go. Boy, I don't play that. Boy. I don't
Rail, make him sign a prenup. Now you got to make him sign 2 prenups.
Yeah. Listen, my kids, and my grandma and my mama, they know best, and they can sense, everything before I can sense it, because I'm thinking emotionally, they thinking with logic. You understand me? So back to my analogy. So boom, the Raiders football team are the kids. You feel me? And the spouse that they not getting along with was McDaniels. Some got to go.
Yeah.
He got to go. So now that change has happened, we're going to see what happens now. New quarterback, Aiden O'Connell. Did I say that right? Did I pronounce his name right? Aiden O'Connell. Antonio Pierce.
I like that.
Interim head coach. I like that. A coach like that, a former player. Players are going to respond to that extremely well, wanting to play for him. It reminds me of Mike Vrabel, obviously in Tennessee. I'm not comparing the two. I'm just using the analogy with a coach being in a position that the players can relate to and want to go out there and win for, or just give your best, at least. Not saying that they didn't for McDaniel, but I think when changes like this happen, for some reason, it changes the mood in the locker room. It changes the morale of the team. And I think they're going to win, not just this week, but they're gonna have a slew of wins that are just going to happen. For some reason, every time coaching changes happens, great things happen for a team, offensively and defensively. Right now, let me see. The Raiders are ranked 22nd overall in defense, allowing 23 yards a game. Offensively, they're ranked horribly. They're 30th with only scoring 15 points a game. So that's going to have to change if you want to make any kind of noise the rest of the season, even though we're in week 9.
My thing is that the Raiders are going to stop having to go for these splashy names. Remember, Mark Davis goes out and he gets John Gruden, who's been retired for a decade.
Right.
And you bring him out with that antiquated offense. And Rich just fills in, gets him to the playoff. You fire him, and then you go get another name, Josh McDaniels. Let me tell you what Josh McDaniels did in 2009 as head coach with the Broncos. They went 8-8. They were 20th in points. The next year, he was fired and they went 4-12. They 19th in points. In 2011, he's the offensive coordinator of the St. Louis Rams. They go 2-14. They're dead last in points. Last year, they were pretty good in points scored. They were 6-11. This year, they're 3-5, 30th in points scored. And if you notice, now think about this now. Here's a guy that got fired. He left because he was trying to bring the Spygate bull jive to the Broncos. Right. Mr. B wasn't having it. Okay. He goes back. He has a little pit stop over in St. Louis. He goes back to New England, tries to rehabilitate himself. They get back to the Super Bowl. He's a tremendous offensive mind. Yeah. And maybe that's where he's best suited as just an offensive coordinator. And that's okay. That's okay, Ocho. And then he gets the job at the Colts. Then he decides last minute,
I ain't going.
The facts that I ain't going.
Which
would have doomed a lot of other coaches, especially if they got me and your pigment.
Oh, yeah.
But he stays, he wins another title, he gets another opportunity. And basically 2 years inside of 2 years, guess what? He's up out of there again. Yeah. Now, at some point in time, and I don't mind guys getting second chances, but when your second chance looks a lot like your first chance, I mean, I need to see some improvement that makes me think that, you know what, this guy gets it. Not because you can be a great offensive mind, you can be a great defensive mind, but can you be a guy that can unify guys, 53, not just one side of the ball? Right. Because when you're the OC, all you worry about is the offense. You don't worry about special teams. You don't worry about the day-to-day operations. You don't worry about travel. You don't worry about the defense.
Right.
You don't worry about your entire coaching staff. You just worry about, I'm the OC. I go, running back coach, but Coach Belichick really oversees all of that. But when you're the head coach, you got all the restaurant. You do all the hiring. You do all the staffing. You set the menu, what we're going to serve today. You do all of that, Ocho. Right. And but I agree with you. And I when I was on First Take on Monday, I told Stephen A, some got to go, some got to give.
Yeah. So the funny thing, when I think about it, I think about the resume when he was in New England. And all the coaches that have been a product of what we call the Bill Belichick system and regime that have coached over with Bill.
The Patriot way, they call it.
Yeah, the Patriot way. I'm starting to think Tom Brady is responsible for everyone getting these jobs. Because obviously, regardless of whatever position you did coach at that time, you were winning because of number 12. Because once 12 removed himself from that area or that team, what has happened since then? Now, some of the coaches that have been a part of that coaching tree have went on to succeed, and some haven't. Those that haven't are getting exposed.
They haven't succeeded to the level in which they had number 12. You look at Charlie Weiss, you look at Romeo Crennel, you look at Bill O'Brien. Bill O'Brien had limited success with the Texans.
But it's not fair. Look at some of the teams they went to, though.
Yes.
Some of the teams they had to go to.
But see, that just goes to show you, because if you're that guy, that's not what you told him. You didn't tell that owner when he brought your ass in there that, man, you ain't got no talent. I can't do what I was doing in New England. Yeah. You didn't tell that. You told him you could fix whatever was wrong with the quarterback. You told that owner you could fix it. Whatever was going on with the team, with the morale and the rallying the fans, you told him you can fix it. Right. Now, I don't get that. Don't talk about, well, we ain't got no talent. It's going to take time. Right. Yes, people will give you time. But you need to show, kind of like what Detroit did with Dan Campbell. You saw every year those guys got better and better, and they fought and fought. And you could tell, know when a team is playing for a coach. Right. You know when they're listening to what he has to say.
I like what you just said. Because that leads me into my next segment as far as what the Raiders should do once the interim coach, once the season is done. Tell me what you think about this, Unc. You talk about Dan Campbell and the way he was able to get the players to respond to them in such a short amount of time in Detroit.
Yes.
What you think about Marshawn Lynch as the head coach for the Raiders?
Man, I don't know if Beast Mode don't want to be no coach, man.
Man, listen, man.
But you Ocho, you know the thing is the number one thing you got to have as a head coach is patience.
Yeah. Oh, he got patience now.
But here's the thing, though.
He's got patience now.
And this is when Prime and I don't talk to Prime as much as we once did, because you know, he and I went to the hall together. We got really, really close after that. We were talking 2 and 3 times a week.
Yes, sir.
And even when he went to Jackson State, but now I know he's busy. He has a lot more on his plate, so I don't bother him nearly as much. The thing that I've always been most impressed with him was patience.
Yeah.
Because when you're a great player, you expect, and he tells me all the time, he said, they not me.
Right.
He said, so I shouldn't expect them to be able to do what I did.
Right.
That's why most of the time, the best coaches or the best general managers didn't play the sport, or they weren't very good when they did.
Right.
Because we have an expectation. That's why I couldn't coach, because I'm like, bro, how did we practice this all week? We give you the first 15.
Right.
We tell you the night before
the
15 plays that we're going to start the game with. Right. And then we go over them again right before the game. And I'll be damned if you don't go blow.
Right there and mess them up. But listen, I like where you're going with that, but I'm thinking from a player's perspective, look what Dan Campbell was able to do.
Yes.
Look what Prime was able to do at the collegiate level.
Yes.
Having somebody, I know it's far-fetched. I just love the idea of it. So if I was playing in today's game, if I was Devontae Adams, if I was a player on that Raiders team, just having someone with the likes of beast mode, even though he doesn't have the experience as a head, was shit. And he did goddamn Jeff Saturday too, when the coach brought his motherfucking ass in. Goddamn, come be an interim.
Matt Miller was an analyst. Yeah, and Detroit hired him to be the GM.
The same way. Listen, Mark Davis, you love to make a splash. You love to bring in a name. That is something that you always like to do. Here's your opportunity to do it. Change the landscape. Go the complete opposite way everybody expects you to go, and watch how the team responds. I guarantee you.
Shout out to Dre OG. This man just donated $100 to our live stream.
100? Well, that boy got money, what?
And some lady named Sherelle just donated $100.
Wait, is that my baby?
Let's go, Unc and Baby.
That's my baby?
Yeah.
That's her for real?
Well, unless you got another Sherelle that call you baby.
Wait, what? Wait a minute. She does. Don't be donating that money, man.
Give her some of that money. She said she got plenty of it. So you've been holding on to it, and she been throwing it out the window. So
that's
come on, Rail.
That's all right.
Thank you, Dre OG, and thank you, Sherelle. We really appreciate that. Thank you guys for all the support. Please click that subscribe button, and when you're looking for us, hey, it's Nightcap Show. Sherelle Rosado. Is that your people?
Hey, that's my baby. Baby, you watching? What's up, baby? How you doing, honey? All right. Don't spend all the money now. Don't do that.
Man, you ain't giving $100, Ocho.
Huh?
I pay you 20 times that.
Yeah, but you know what I can do with that 100? The money you paying me, that's going to the kids. Man, that's going in a little trust. I don't even see all that money I'm making now. I don't even get to see. I don't even get to touch that. So I'm eating off hard.
Well, she said, "Well, you ain't gonna get no lobster."
I don't like lobster. I'm allergic to lobster.
Yeah, I'm allergic to shellfish, my damn self. Let's get to the game. Some games that's coming up this week. Nick Sirianni on facing the Cowboys. You can't get more up for one game than you do the next. Do you agree with Sirianni, or did you have more juice for your rivals?
You know what? That's a good thing. It's not even juice. I got nervous. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I did all that goddamn shit talking and all that motherfucking hoofing and hollering. I was nervous.
Yeah.
Listen, I can tell you now because I'm not playing no more. I did all that to mask my nervousness to force me to perform at a high level.
Right.
That man, Ravens week, I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Because they do such weird shit outside of the norm when it comes to playing defense. Right. I didn't know what to expect. You didn't know what you were going to expect. We out there, goddamn Ed Reed, he lined up a safety, but it looked like a goddamn punt return. And for real, he one of the few safeties. He playing so far back, and at the snap, he come forward. You playing the Steelers. Troy Polamalu, he lined up where the center's supposed to be. Nigga, what is you doing?
Right. He's supposed to be in the hole, and he lined it up over the center.
He in the A gap, he in the B gap, but he playing the 9. Like, you strong safety, man? What is you doing? So when I think about juice, it wasn't juice for me. It was a certain nervousness where I didn't get into a rhythm of the game until I either touched the ball or until I got hit.
Right.
One or the other.
Right.
And it was something about those divisional games, especially a game of this magnitude, with so much riding on the line for the Eagles, for Dak and the Cowboys. Dude, I'm excited. I got butterflies waiting on Sunday, and I'm not even playing.
Yeah, it's not so much that you try to put more into it, but you understand the magnitude and the gravity of this game because it is a division game.
Yeah.
Because, head to head is double.
Mm-hmm.
It's double.
Yeah.
So now I get an opportunity. I'm one up on you. So it's basically 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
You got to beat me. Because if we end up with the same record and I beat you twice, bro, I get the division.
Yeah.
I get the division.
Yeah. Basically.
And so...
And matter of fact, do you think the winner of this game is probably going to win the division?
Yeah, no question.
What do you think?
I do. Because Dallas, and it favors Dallas because now they would have gone to Philly and beaten them on their home field. Now they will need to come back and try to beat Dallas in order to regain that. And so, yeah, I do believe whoever wins this game is going to win win this division. And like you said, said Raven week. We had Raider week. We understand when we played the Raiders with their dirty ass and their cheap shots and all the things they're going to be doing.
Especially back then.
Man, Ocho, man. Ocho. You know what? I wish for 2 weeks, for a month, for 4 games, for a month, everybody that's playing now would have played for a month in the 90s. To let them feel what it's like to grab your face mask and kick you, and there was no unnecessary. I mean, man, you see what Goose separated Rich Gannon's shoulder, did a belly pop on him at 350, and they didn't throw a penalty. Yeah. But in the 90s, it was worse to feel that. But I understand why the league did what they did. Yeah. But it's not the fact that Ocho, you go into the game like, oh man, this game means more. Yeah. You just understand, because there's a bitterness, there's a dislike. Mm-hmm. We dislike the Raiders, right? We didn't dislike saying the Chargers. We didn't dislike Seattle. Seattle used to be in our division also, right? We hated the Raiders and we hated Kansas City, and I just needed to know, Ocho. I go into the game. I said, "How are we gonna do it today, fellas? Are we going to snap the whistle, or are we going to snap the after the whistle?" I just need to know how we gonna do it, because if we gonna do it. I'm gonna give it to you plus shipping and handling, because I'm gonna make sure your ass get it back.
Most definitely. And you know what I like about this game is the juice. I don't like the words that Sirianni used, because if you get the juices flowing, you know what it calls you to do in game? It calls you to press. Yeah. It calls you to do things that aren't like yourself, trying to be extra. All you got to do is just go out there and just play your game. The same stuff you practice week in and week out. It's just another game. What you want to do is you want to find that even keel of consistency, without getting too high, without getting too low, but staying right in the middle the entirety of the game. The funny thing about it is the Cowboys offense is 2nd overall. The Cowboys defense is 3rd overall. The Eagles offense is 3rd in the NFL, and the defense is 8th. Ain't no telling what's going to happen. So based on their ranking statistically, I'm thinking whoever makes the fewest mistakes, that's who comes out and wins this game. Yeah. They got to get CD involved. They got to get CD involved.
We division. I know what you're gonna do. You're not gonna do anything that's gonna surprise me. You might got one play that we haven't seen. Right. But all the other stuff, we've seen it. You might give it to us in a different formation.
That's all it is.
But it's we know
that's all it is.
That's what you try to do, window dresser. But you're not fooling us. No. Tyreek calls out the Chiefs ahead of. Before we get to Tyreek, who do you think wins the game on Sunday?
Oh man, you gonna put me on the spot like that? Matter of fact, listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. I love the Chiefs. I love the Chiefs. I love the Eagles. I love what they're doing. But the fact that Dak has had to deal with so much scrutiny consistently over and over and over from you, from Stephen A. Smith, from everybody else on all the media outlets, I want Dak to win this game just to get them motherfuckers off his ass.
You don't think the criticism that Dak, some of the criticism
it's warranted. It's warranted, because what you can do, what Stephen A can do, and everybody else, they can break down all the reasons on why he gets the scrutiny he does. They can break down all the reasons. He's been playing 8 years, and like you said, the sample size of what we've gotten to see from Dak is why he gets the scrutiny he does. On top of the fact that he plays for America's team. Due to that fact, I would love to see him win this game just to shut everybody up for another week. Because the Eagles gonna be in contention regardless. Come hell or high water. They're gonna be in contention regardless.
I believe the Cowboys will be in contention also. I don't believe it's not like they're not gonna make the playoffs, Ocho. I don't believe the Cowboys are gonna miss the playoffs if they don't win this game. I think they're too good of a football team on both sides of the football. All three phases are coached really, really well. But I think this game is gonna go a long way because we want to see them. We've seen them they stepped up in competition against the 49ers and they look bad. They let Joshua Dobbs beat them, and now he just got traded right before the season. Now he's on the move again to Minnesota. But he can say, I did beat the Cowboys. That's on my resume. Yeah. So the Cowboys, Eagles, late game on Fox, going to be a great game. Tyreek calls out the Chiefs ahead of Sunday night game. They're going to get this work. Tyreek said, I'm kind of glad to trade half of my family from Miami. Also, I accomplished one of my goals, being the highest paid in the league. So everything's great. What do you expect out of this matchup? We can go back. We're gonna go back because Tyreek said some very interesting things on I Am Athlete podcast, and I want to get your thoughts on that. But what do you take away from this matchup? What are you expecting from this matchup?
If I was the Chiefs secondary, I'd be nervous. If I was the Chief defensive coordinator, I'd be nervous. If I was a part of that entire defense in general, I'd be nervous. Tyreek got 61 catches and 1,000 yards. Man, we in week 9, man. We in week 9 and we in week 10.
Week 9. Well, it's week 10, you know, they always it's a week ahead, but they play 9 games.
We in week 9. This man got 1,000 yards, 8 TDs, leading the league right now. Goddamn Tua got 18 TDs. He leading the league in pass yards. I mean, defense, I think we got X and we got you got
Jalen Ramsey.
Jalen back this week, right?
Yeah. Well, Jalen came back last week, got a pick.
Yeah,
I don't know if Xavier Howard back.
I'm not sure if X is playing, but I would be scared because when you have somebody with that type of confidence that tell you it's on,
right?
That tell you it's on when the bell ring at 3:00. Just know we finna fight outside. When they used to say that back in the day, oh, it's on. Everybody rush out the classroom. Where do you think I'm gonna be at? Where do you think I'm gonna be at 8:00 in the morning when they playing in Germany in front of the TV?
In front of the TV.
Because everything he always says, especially when you come out and say something like that, he mean business because it's personal.
Right.
It's personal. You had the opportunity to pay me and you lowballed me. You had the nerve to lowball me because I felt I was worthy of being one of the highest paid. And what has he done? He left Kansas City, came to Miami, and proved he's worth every goddamn penny plus some.
But Ocho, can you be mad? You know the Chiefs didn't have to trade him.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen teams, even though we wanted to trade, and we say no. Because the Raiders could have did a solid to Devontae. And what did they do? They sat on him. And now he got some rookie quarterback or some first-year, second-year quarterback throwing him the ball. So he can't be mad at Kansas City because, and I'm not saying being a slave to loyalty.
I'm mad for him.
Because here's the thing. You can't say I wanted to stay, but Drew Rosenhaus tried to bait them into giving me a contract. That's oxymoronic. You can't say, Ocho, you can't say, man, I want to stay. I like Unc and Ocho, but you know what? I'm gonna ask for 55% of the company. Bro, you ain't trying to stay.
Whoa. Understand what we have now. We have a this ain't just no average Joe. This is the special player. He alien.
Yes.
It's okay. It's okay. The same way you backed up, listen to me now. The same way you backed up that Brink truck for Patrick Mahomes because you understand how special he is and how special he'll be for a decade and years to come. Tyreek Hill ain't no different. So he should have been afforded that same opportunity to get paid what he deserved. And what Miami did was they gave him what he deserved, not lowballed him like they did.
But you have to understand, you got a quarterback on a rookie contract. You
can
do that. Now, what's going to happen? Now, somebody going to miss out. So what about Waddle? When Tua gets $285 million and they give him almost $200 million guaranteed? What happens to him? Okay, Christian Wilkins, one of the top D linemen, when he comes up and he says, you know what? I saw what Dexter Lawrence got. I saw what Jeffrey Simons got. I see what Aaron Donald's making. Okay, what about me? You can't pay everybody, Ocho.
This is what they have. This is what the NFL and those that know how to do the numbers and crunch the numbers and do something. They know how to manipulate shit now. They know how to manipulate that system and find the loopholes and make sure they keep them core players together to make sure you continue to stay in contention. That's easy. I don't know how they manipulate the numbers. You know what they do? Take money off the back end. You know, we're going to front load you this and free up some money here.
To give them boardable years.
I really can't break it down right now, but you know what I'm talking about.
They give them boardable years. So they say they'll make the contract 6-7 years.
Yeah.
And all I care about, how much money am I going to make in year one?
Them first 3.
How much? Okay, when I sign my name with this contract, Ocho, how much y'all getting me?
Right.
Let's start with that.
Right.
Okay, you'll say the third year? Nah, I ain't talking about, I want to know the first 2 years. How much y'all making the first 2 years?
Okay.
Then we can talk. But here's going to be the interesting thing, Ocho. Okay, you see Tyreek making 30. Is Waddle going to want to make 32? Is Christian Wilkins going to want to make 32 million? Because Aaron Donald is the highest paid D tackle at 31 million. Is Christian Wilkins, so let me ask you this. Is Tua, is he going to want to make more than Patrick Mahomes? Because you can't have 6 of the highest paid at their position on one team.
I think what players have to understand now, we have to stay within our right. We have to stay within our lane and understand the players that are the highest at their position. Are you really going to leapfrog them? Are you on their level? Like there's one Aaron Donald. There's one Tyreek Hill. Who's deserving of being the highest paid? Who's the highest paid DB? Who's the highest paid DB right now? Do you know?
I do not.
Yeah, I don't know. So we don't need to get beside ourselves. We don't need to get beside ourselves when it's time to get paid. Don't do that.
But see, it's easy for you to say because when your contract came up with them other receivers, you ain't talking about that. You ain't want to hear, hey, Ocho, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane, Ocho.
When my deal, the funny thing about it, they kept ripping my deal up. So I ain't really never had no problem. So, but I understand it was different during the times when I was playing.
Right.
The money part didn't matter because I was taking care of my business on the field. The field will always take care of everything else. Where they can't even deny you, they can't even play with you like that. You ain't gonna play with my top. And Drew was my agent at the time too.
Right.
One thing, Drew gonna work for you. Drew like goddamn what's his name?
Jerry Maguire.
Yeah, man. Drew don't play. If you take
Show
care
me the money.
Yeah, you take care of your business on the field, man, Drew got you. You ain't got nothing to worry about.
Jamar Chase strikes a deal with you. He said that he'll do Chad's TV camera situation if Chad's pay the fine. You good with that?
Yeah, you goddamn right. I'm good with it. You remember? You probably don't pay attention. Remember the coin flip celebration last year? Somebody got fined with the Bengals or something about the coin flip. Something had to do. Something about the Bills game. Whether they played away, they flipped the coin to see whether the team play away or home or something.
Yeah.
Remember, I tweeted. I say, listen, somebody on the Bengals, y'all have to make fun of that situation and do a coin flip as a celebration. I told goddamn, if any of y'all do the celebration with the coin flip, I'll pay the fine. Yeah. Joe Mixon, he scored the touchdown, takes the coin out his sock and flips it. Of course, the NFL fined him. I sent Joe that money that they took out his check. So same thing. I think that's why Chase know. He already knows. Chase know I got you. I got you.
See, you could have got you a Pomeranian like me if you ain't had to pay that fine.
Listen,
see? And that was two racks.
Priorities.
Yeah,
priorities. Listen, celebrations that will reign forever in the history of this game and be able to have reruns on YouTube for a lifetime. A damn dog for 10K. 10K that can't talk. He can't talk, can't do no tricks. He can't get the goddamn remote control.
Hold on.
I don't want none of that. I don't want none of that.
Let me ask you a question. You see what you said? Now, you said the celebrations that you had and you remember for a lifetime.
Lifetime.
Think about the memories I got with my dogs. It lasts me a lifetime.
Memories.
Memories. That's what you said. You said you had memories. You said your celebrations and you sending.
No, what I said was those celebrations will reign for a lifetime and will be memorable long after I'm gone. Boy, you should have seen and goddamn 30-23. Look at
I got videos. I got to take videos every day of my dog running in the backyard, on the bed, sleeping in the kennel.
You my boy. You paid $10,000 for a dog that can't protect. He's not a guard dog. He can't talk. $10,000. He can't talk.
You know what, Ocho? I got a sign in my front yard. It said, "Don't beware a dog, beware a dog owner." Damn the dog. You better worry about the owner. Somebody got our. We ain't gonna talk about that, Ocho. Check this out. I know you guys that's watching us live. You notice the LaPortier link is pinned at the top of the chat. The holiday season is right around the corner. Go ahead and order yourself a bottle. for someone special, you won't regret it. Check this out, Ocho. We just got activated in the state of Georgia. So now the Portier is going to be on shelves in your liquor store and in your bars and restaurants. So
hey, you know what?
Congratulations to my team.
I'm finna drink.
That up.
I'm finna drink. You know, I don't even drink alcohol, but I'm gonna taste some. I'm gonna taste some of your stuff. I'm gonna taste some. I'm gonna taste some of your stuff. I'm gonna break my 55-year rule of never having alcohol, and I'm finna drink your stuff on the show. On the show this Sunday.
I appreciate that.
On the
Check
show.
this out. I know you watched this last night. Goat James, the greatest basketball player of all time. Dominates in the now. Hey, in a little over a month, about 6 weeks, this man is going to be 39 years of age. He had 35 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, in 42 minutes.
You know what? Age ain't nothing but a number. I try to tell people that all the time. But when you are special, that's another one that's special. He's an alien.
Yeah.
He ain't from here. LeBron James is like Messi. God said, I'm blessing you.
Right.
There's a reason he got the chosen one tattooed on his back. What he's doing at the age of 38, 39, well, he'll be 39, it's never been done before. To be able to have that level of consistency with the pressures coming out of high school and not only rising to the occasion, but exceeding us as fans, and I'm sure his own expectations, is unthinkable. And the only thing I can think about, the only bad part that nobody said, I don't have the footage when I beat him one-on-one and we was down here in 2007 with the Heat. You got to see that. But that's another story.
Well, he didn't get to the Heat till 2012 or 2011, but okay.
I mean, I got my years wrong. You know, I got hit in the head too many times.
I know you did. But you see what he did?
Yeah,
Guess
man.
what he does, Ocho? He eat right.
Yeah.
He take care of his body.
Whoa. Wait. Let's come back a little bit. Reel it in a little bit. I seen LeBron with some McDonald's fries. Don't do that.
Hold on, Ocho. I'm not saying, Ocho, you can do a lot of things in moderation.
Right.
Excess.
I do it in moderation too.
No, you don't.
I only eat McDonald's 3 times a week now. It's 7 days in a week. I do it 3. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. On the weekend, I eat my little Cuban food. You know, I go to Twin Peaks around the corner. I go to First Watch. I go to my little Cuban spot right there in Davie. Yeah, 3 times in moderation. That's what I'm doing. That's why I look like this. Don't make me come up out this shirt.
No, don't do that. Looking like what's it called?
Hey,
Ocho, you weigh $150. It
man,
ain't hard.
I'm 220. What did you talk about?
Ocho, you and Rail together don't weigh 220. What the hell you talking about? If y'all holding each other on the scale, y'all don't weigh 220.
I just weighed myself at the scale at Publix when I went grocery shopping. I'm 220, man. I just weighed myself at the scale at Publix. Nah, don't do that. The lady
said she couldn't tell if it was you or the potatoes that she was weighing.
No,
they say they weigh you on what you call them on the produce scale. They say they weigh you on the produce scale. That's how little you are.
Trust me. Listen, I lie for you before I lie to you. You know that, man. Trust me. I'm 220 right now.
You lie on me too. James Harden got traded also. He's going James going to the Clippers from the 76ers. He says he's not a system. I am the system.
Talk your shit. I just talked to James Harden day before yesterday.
He says, I'm not a systems player.
Yeah.
I am the system. What do you make of Harden's comments?
I like it because let me tell you what's in common. Sometimes you have to change sceneries to get where you want to go so you can be yourself. And when you be yourself, you get the best version of you. Everybody say, oh, well, he's with the Nets. Oh, he was with the Sixers. Oh, he was with whoever it was before that.
Right.
Sometimes you got to get to a system or a team with your homeboys where you could just be yourself. And I'm going to tell you what's going to come next. When Harden dropped 23, 11, and 8 every night, just remember I told you so. 23, 11, and 8 every night. Just remember I told you so. Because there's something about being free and just being able to be yourself and just let your you know what hang. That's what you're going to get from Harden. Because he told me that. He told me, Ocho, I feel better they was holding me back. I couldn't really be myself. I like the ISO. I like small.
Man. Hold on. So while he out there, let me ask you a question. While he's out there ISOing, what's Kawhi and Paul George supposed to be doing?
Whoa. I said he likes the ISO. This is a team game. It's a team game. It's a team of five. It's a team of five. It's a team of plays that they run all the time.
Right.
And everything's going to be consecutive. It's going to be different stuff. They're going to be showing them different looks coming down.
What about, let me give you some numbers. James Harden with the Brooklyn Nets in 80 games, he averaged 23 points, 8 rebounds, 10.5 assists. Harden averaged 25 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds in 45 games without Kyrie. He averaged 26 points, 10 assists, 9 rebounds in 37 games without Durant.
You hear them numbers, right?
But hold on. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
His numbers exponentially went up.
Right.
With one or both of the guys out of the lineup. So now with Paul George and Kawhi. Now here's the thing that goes unnoticed is Russ is playing extremely well.
Yeah. He's always playing well. That's my homie. What's happening, cuz?
He's playing extremely well.
Yeah.
I think the situation was better for him with the Clippers than the Lakers.
No,
because
Clippers or Lakers?
He's in a better situation with the Clippers than he was with the Lakers.
Right.
And I'm happy that he's playing well.
Right.
But there's a difference between playing well for $4 million and playing so-so for $91 million. You have to understand, when you're making $91 million and you play for the Lakers, there's a different level of expectation that comes along with playing with the Lakers. You look at the Pantheons, Magic, Kareem, Shaq, Kobe, West, Chamberlain, Mikan, all those guys. And so now the expectation and what was expected, you have to understand, what's expected if you put on that Laker uniform, Ocho?
Right. I understand.
They don't give a damn about look here. All them, and LeBron found this out. They say, we don't care nothing about them four MVPs you got over there. We don't care nothing about no 3 finals MVPs. We don't care nothing about all them the championship, the finals you went to. Right. What the hell you gonna do in the purple and gold?
Right. It's understandable. But you know what? To me, honestly, I don't even think the numbers matter because I don't think the player's thinking about that. Whether I'm making $4 million, whether I'm making $91 million, I'm still putting in the same work each and every day, hoping to get the results of the work.
Yes.
Comes to fruition when it's time to play in the games. Russ couldn't help that. It's not the fact that he's in a better situation. Sometimes things don't go the way you want them to when you put in the work you're supposed to. Right. That's just the nature of the beast. And it didn't, but right now he's playing well.
I'm happy for him.
He's always been able to play well. There's nothing wrong.
He's going to play hard.
Things were just magnified because he was playing with the goddamn Lakers. That's all.
So, and guess what? The criticism is also magnified because you have to understand, you play in OKC, you play in Houston, you play in Washington. The criticism and the likes, you're on national television at least 40 times a year.
Right.
You play with the Lakers. And so when you turn the ball over 7, 8 times, or you airball a couple of shots and you go 7 for 28, or you go 2 for 17, people are going to talk.
Right. So it's basically the same instance with Dak being a part of the Cowboys.
Yes.
There are certain teams that you play for that move the needle much more than others, where
and the expectation.
Regardless of how you're playing elsewhere, it's magnified when you're playing for those teams. The Yankees, the Cowboys, the Lakers. Move the needle.
Ocho, I don't know how you felt about any other relationships you've been in. But if you and Rail were to break up, it would hurt you more because the expectations that you have with her. Right. Other people that you were just doing with in high school and college and in the league.
Right.
You like it hurt a little bit. But this, because you've invested in the expectation that Rail and I are going further.
Right.
So when you play on a team and the expectations are up here, the criticism is going to be harsher because that fan base has an expectation of championship. They've gotten spoiled. Right. And that's why you see the Patriots fans booing. Because for the last 20 years, what they've enjoyed a level of success no other team in the history of the NFL can say they've enjoyed over a 2-decade span. And so now they're having a little bad turn and they're like, boo, boo. I remember when the Patriots, when people would say, if you weren't playing well, we're going to trade your ass to the Patriots. We're going to trade you to the Patriots. We're going to trade you to the Bengals, or we're going to trade you to the Colts. That's what they would say. So that's how bad it was in those places. You didn't want to get traded in any of those places.
Right.
And then now you had unparalleled since Mr. Kraft has taken over brought that team. I think he brought it in like 94, 93, 94. And then they go to the Super Bowl, although they'll lose to the Packers in 96. And then you know what happened in 2001 up until Brady left.
Yeah.
So, man, but I'm happy for Russ that he's at a place. He's home. He's wanted to be home.
Yeah.
But I think the thing is, the Lakers was a team. He rooted for Shaq and Kobe. He he went to those parades and to put that jersey on.
Right.
And it hurt. And he won't ever say this, but it hurt him that the community that he grew up in and the team that he rooted for, that the fans felt the way they felt about him because it didn't go the way they thought it would.
Listen, man, Russ is the real deal, man. I think, again, when you put in that type of work, man, and the consistency over the years and doing some of the things that he's done with the triple doubles and that being a record, man, that is a feat that is almost unheard that he's been able to achieve.
Ocho, that's why it hurt. Think about what you just said. You said the hard work that he put in. He put the hard work in. He's playing for the team that he's always wanted to play for.
Right.
And look what happened.
You right.
That's why it hurt. See, now you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get
the
what
hard work that you put in, and that's why I said Rail. Think about the hard work. Rail got you to live a certain way, be a certain style, and you did that for her. And if it doesn't go well, it's gonna hurt because you say I did all of this and it still didn't go my way.
God damn. Now you got me thinking about it. And
Rail good. Now Rail good.
Yeah,
Rail good.
That's why I'm saying. Never mind, I ain't gonna say it.
Okay, we're gonna go to Draymond Green. Draymond said last year was horseshit. Last year we had an awful team as far as chemistry goes. Last year was horseshit, not fun. This year you see joy in guys' faces. You start to see that, and you're like, okay, this is a group that likes being together.
Right.
Draymond. Does Draymond understand that a lot of this had to do with what he did?
You think so?
Ocho, let me ask you a question. I don't know if you've ever seen any fights in Cincinnati, but I've seen a bunch of them.
All the time. Yeah.
You know good. I'm talking about, I'm talking about in the locker room.
Yeah. The linemen.
So you understand, Ocho, what you think gonna happen, especially because you got so many guys. But in basketball, you only got 15 guys.
Right.
And you ball bunched on top of each other. So you thought you could punch that man and y'all gonna just be hugging and being cool by y'all. Y'all gonna be cool.
But you know what? When you come to work, you ain't at work to make friends. You there to do a job. Sometimes you build relationships with those that you work with. But this is a business. You there to do a
dude punch you in your jaw. What you gonna do? Your teammate punch you in your jaw.
Punch who?
Yeah, see? Yeah, exactly.
Punch who?
Exactly.
Man, don't play at me, right?
No, we got to fight every day till I win. We can't just come. I don't just think you're going to punch me in my face and then all of a sudden everything cool. All right, Sharp, look, go back to work.
Listen,
and then we score a touchdown and I'm out there high-fiving you. Come on, Ocho.
The funny thing about it, when you played, now you know how many fights you've seen. You know how many fights you've seen. When I played, you know how many fights I've seen in the locker room. That just happened to be caught on camera.
Yeah.
That.
But I just think the thing is,
I've seen it so many times, which is the media is like, oh my God, he punched the team. Or if y'all could just be inside a locker room, college, whether it be high school, whether it be
I saw more fights in college. I saw more fights in college than the pros.
And I'm not saying it's normal. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it happens in that type of atmosphere. Was he right? Was he right for doing it? Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not.
But this is what I will say. I think this is the mentality and the mindset.
Right.
Especially around the teams that I've been around.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no guy gonna let you walk up on him. If we argue, okay, Ocho, you on one side, and we argue, man, F you.
Right.
You ain't gonna do nothing. Okay. Long as you over there, you screaming at me, we cool. Once you start to close the distance, my antenna Don't go. I said, hold on now.
Right. Once you get in arm's length where you can touch somebody, it's time to go.
Oh, hey, you not finna walk, Ocho. You not finna walk up on me after we've been in a heated conversation and you start way over there. And now all of a sudden you standing in front of me. I'm not finna shove you. They finna scoop your ass up because I'm finna, hey. Now, if I hit you with one of these things smooth, because here's the thing. The moment you feel tension.
You got hands?
I got one hand. I'm just unloading. Because when you feel tension, Ocho, you know how it is.
Yeah.
I don't know how they talk. Look, that's Jordan Poole. I get it. And basketball guys have it. But I think we just wired different. We wired different because that's macho-y macho. Because, see, basketball, you trying to go around a guy. Me, I'm trying to move a man against his will.
Yeah, right.
As a player, I'm trying to break your will. You trying to break my will. You trying to intimidate me. I'm trying to intimidate you.
Right.
And so it's a different mindset. LeBron's like, you know what? If I can just rain these threes on you, hell, I ain't got to go. I ain't got to, run over you.
You know another thing you have to understand? You have to understand the people you're around.
Yeah.
You got to people. You got to know what you can and cannot say. There's certain things.
Oh, no.
Listen, I don't even know Draymond personally.
Right.
But the way he carries himself, you already know he one of them dudes that don't play that shit.
Right.
He one of those dudes that don't play that shit. I can just tell. I just know, all right, there's certain stuff I can't say to Draymond Green. I just know that. And I'm not even a hooper. And I ain't even an NBA. I just know. So I think Jordan Poole might have crossed that line, not really understanding who you dealing with, and there's certain stuff you just can't get away. Was he right for hitting him? Absolutely not. But listen, both of them now, they separated.
But Draymond, just let it go. Just let it go, Draymond. It's never gonna be this. I think Jordan Poole's dad said something, and they were hearing Draymond. Draymond, let it go. Just let it go.
Recently?
Over the summer.
Okay.
Yeah. I just in a situation like that, you know what? Just be the bigger person, Draymond, and just let it go. And personally, because I look at Draymond is the big bro.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go, I ain't no fighter. I've been the peacemaker. I'm always trying to stay sharp.
That's me. I'm a peacemaker too.
I'm trying to be the peacemaker, but I definitely ain't swinging on no. Here I am. I'm a senior and I'm fighting the freshman, or I'm in my year 8 and I'm fighting the rookie or first year guy. Get out of that.
Right.
I mean, I'm just trying to let the guys understand what the expectation of. My thing is making sure the guys understand what was expected of them. I say, I don't know what you did in college. And frankly, I don't give a F. I say, but what we do here is that we come on time. And what we do here is that we work hard. We practice hard. Because I didn't need Mike. Because by the time it got to Mike, now we got to start practice all over again. Or we got to start the drill all over again. So it was my job to see guys bull jiving around. No, bro, that ain't what we do here. Because this right here won't get it done on Sunday.
Right.
And so as a leader of the team, you get a sense, and you see guys like, come on, hey, bro, because all y'all know how Mike is. Mike gonna make us start this over, all this fighting, we're gonna be out here longer, because all y'all doing is delaying our get off the field time.
Right.
That's what y'all doing. All this huffing and puffing, don't do that. Don't do that. So Marcus Jordan reveals Marcus Jordan is Michael Jordan's, I think, his middle son.
Right. Yeah.
He wants his dad to be the best man.
Okay.
As he married Larissa Pippen, who's Scottie Pippen's ex-wife.
Hold up. Wait. Come on. Okay. Rewind for me, baby. Rewind.
Marcus Jordan.
Bring that to me again.
Marcus Jordan.
Michael
Jordan, middle son.
The Michael Jordan.
Mike. We just call him, call him Michael. Nobody calls him. Everybody that really knows him calls him Mike. Mike. He's Mike, middle son. He's dating Larissa Pippen, who's Scottie Pippen's ex-wife, who used to babysit the kids. They're talking about getting married, and he says he wants his dad to be the best man.
You serious? Are you trolling or you bullshit?
No, that's what he said. I mean, that's what Marcus said.
No, I'm talking about the dating. Like Michael Jordan's son is really dating Scottie Pippen, or you just bullshitting?
Yes. He hiding the salami.
Wait, are you allowed to do that? Ain't that type of like a bro code or something? They ain't got no type of bro code.
Hey, bro, look here. No,
I'm just asking before I get my opinion.
Yeah. I don't know, Ocho, because for me, I would have thought. But here's the thing that what I'm learning, and you tell me if I'm wrong, if I'm reading if I'm reading into this more than what should be there. What I'm finding out is that through the Last Dance and over the last couple of years, that Scotty and Mike wasn't as close as we thought they were, or what they portray. Now, maybe it's just on the outside looking in, because remember the flu game and Jordan was leading on Pip and Pip had him. And for the most part, I remember when Jordan retired and Pippen was wearing the Jordan shoe. Right. And so I thought, he's saying they got to be best boys, they hanging out, but I'm saying I thought it was cool. But it looks like that's not the case. And me and people like, well, I had talked to my homeboys. That was like, how would I feel? My kids are grown, and my daughter grown. My oldest daughter, she grown. My youngest daughter, both of them grown. I don't have a problem if they want to date somebody that's 40. They want to date somebody that's 50. They want to date somebody that's 60.
What's the age difference? I'm glad you said, because I was over here counting and I couldn't figure out what the age difference was, because if Scotty's wife and then Jordan's son,
probably what, at least 15 years, 15, 20, I don't know.
Oh, that's it? Oh, okay. I mean,
but I think the thing, Ocho, and my thing is, my daughters want to date somebody that's 40, 10 years older, 20 years older, 30 years older. Right. I'm cool with that.
Right.
But it can't be one of my ex-teammates.
Right.
Now I'm gonna feel some type of way about you.
Right.
I'm gonna deal with her.
Right.
But I got a problem with you, because you saw me bring my daughters to the game. You saw me holding the hands. You saw them in my effing arm. And you mean to tell me you was looking? That's gonna be a problem, Ocho.
Hey, listen, that's tough. That's tough. I'm still sitting here trying to wrap my head around it. Obviously, with it being Pippen's and Mike and Pippen, and now you're my wife, and I'm sure you used to be around my family, and now all of a sudden now you
she used to babysit them
like this. She used to babysit Marcus?
Yes. I mean, come on. I mean, I don't really know. I mean, how much more come on.
I mean, not to that extent, but I'm just saying, as close as they were on the field, I'm sure there was some type of relationship between Pippen and Jordan off the court. So, listen, I'm all for love. And I think you and I had a few episodes ago where we said love is love when it came to race and all that stuff. But obviously, this is an instance to where what we were saying is, in fact, coming to fruition, because love is love, and sometimes you really can't help you love.
Go find you another 30-year-old to love on, and leave my son alone. Why you gonna date your teammates? Why? I mean, I don't know. I mean, could you date? Let me ask you a question. If you and Red wasn't together, could you date a teammate's wife, ex-wife?
Nah, I can't, because I couldn't even look that teammate in the face.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I'm just being honest. I couldn't. But one thing about it, even though it's just a teammate, a dude, they don't owe you nothing. They don't owe you no. They don't owe you no loyalty. So they will be savage.
They'll smash. Oh yeah, for sure.
Most definitely. Sure. Yeah, fellas, if you're watching this and you got a girl and your homeboys and y'all break up.
No, it's her job to be loyal to you. That's not his job.
Yeah, not at all.
Y'all in the relationship. He's not in the relationship with you. That's not his responsibility.
Yeah.
But I just, for me, like,
man, that's great. That's like some Jerry Springer shit, boy.
For sure. But for me, like I said, like I don't know. Like I got homeboys. If something were to happen to them,
right,
they know I'm gonna take care of their family financially. Whatever they need. My homeboy Bucky, my homeboy Burns, they already know. They good. They ain't got nothing to worry. They want, and they know. I mean, one of my best friends, he used to be my spade partner. Yeah. Elijah Alexander, he passed. If his wife picked up the phone right now and called me, say, Shannon, can you do me a favor? Can you come down here and talk to my boys? No problem. Shannon, I need something. No problem. because me and Lai, that's what I used to call him. I used to call him Lai. I said, me and Lai, we had that type of relationship.
Right.
She off limits. I would never even think. I would never like, hey, what you doing? No, I got too much respect for that man.
That's crazy.
I remember when they started dating. I remember when they had kids. And now I'm gonna go because the man, rest his soul, Eli. I would do some sliding stuff like that.
Right.
And for her to know, I mean, you already Michael and Scotty already going like this.
Right.
And you gonna bring, like I said, I mean, look, like you say, love is love.
You know that's what you know. And I said love is love, but now I'm starting to think as you give me a little bit more details and context of the story. You think it's out of spite?
Sometimes I do think that.
Do you think on her end it's out of spite that the love is not really there, but I just want to get Scotty back and hurt him as much as I can by dating?
You can't. I promise you, she cannot. Look here, she can't hurt Scotty any more than what she's already done. I promise you, she can't hurt that man any more than what she's done to him. I mean, he should have no more feelings considering what she's done to him and thrown it in his face. That's the part. Look, okay, look, if you don't want me, just go on about your business.
Right.
But look, this is what my grandfather used to say, boy, I don't mind being played, but just don't use me. And see, doing the stuff like I don't get down like that, man. Don't do that. Don't do that, because you know that's how it's gonna look. I mean, maybe not in today's time. No, it's about you. Don't be played, because she playing with the man's emotion. You play with people. You get the wrong one on the right day, and I ain't gonna help you, Ocho. You can't be the one thing. You can't do is play with people's emotions, people's feelings.
Well, I have
love is the strongest one.
Yeah, is she really playing with anybody's emotions if they've been divorced for a very long time? I'm just trying to find the right.
But she was doing some of this trifling stuff before they was fully divorced.
This ain't new.
Oh, they've been divorced. They've been divorced. But you know what, Ocho? If it's hard to say because I know, but this is what I do know. I try to be private as much as I can. But you ain't finna go, and I can use you as an example. You ain't finna go try to mess with Rail friends if you and Rail don't work out.
Nah, that ain't right. Because even if me and that individual, and this even goes for those that I'm gonna just say those I have kids from. I'm not gonna say your exes. I am still a representation of you, even though we're no longer together. I am still a representation of you, even though we are no longer together.
Right.
So I got to move accordingly. Just the fact that you are still attached to me, even though we're not together. So I ain't even moving like that at all. Right. That's why I'm trying to find the right in it and what the motive might be. What's the ulterior? What's the motive? They got to be some type of motive in general.
I don't know, Ocho. I just think the thing is, you have to understand. Athletes like pretty much the same type of woman. They like the same type of woman and the same. Right. And once a woman is exposed to that lifestyle,
they ain't going back. They ain't going backwards.
Yeah, that's what
it's a wrap.
How?
You got to continue. You got to continue to stay in that same circle, and sometimes they're gonna be a merry-go-round until you find one that you can stick on. Now, that's the nature of the business. That's
Ocho. It really that's what it is. Because once you've gotten a taste of being in a private and being on the private jets and being able to get on and go to Turks and go to Jamaica and go to Mykonos and go here and go there, how do you go back? How do you go from that? And hey, pack your bag. We're going to Vegas. As a matter of fact, don't pack nothing. We'll buy it when we get there.
What's the difference?
How do you go back to a guy that got a 9 to 5?
And listen, and the funny thing about it, just to give people that are watching, sometimes women or sometimes people on social media, they make fun of the women that are dealing with certain types of men. In understanding, I don't think we understand the importance and the need for one, financial freedom, which is extremely important, especially in this goddamn godforsaken economy that we're in. But when you're dealing with a dude that's bringing in $800,000, $850,000 a week. Like, what are you telling him? What are you doing? I'm going. Oh, I'm out. I'm going to date goddamn Charlie. Sometimes you gotta put things in perspective. And if you were in those shoes, you ain't going nowhere.
There's a 17.
You ain't going nowhere.
There's a 17-year age difference between the two.
17?
Is that bad?
Is that bad?
Ocho, they say you only as old as the person you feel. Yeah, I feel like I'm 24 to 35.
Sure. Not only do I look, I think I look.
Yeah, I think they know what they tell me. I passed for like 43.
I passed about 23. But I feel 18. I feel 18. Hey, that's crazy though. Like if you really sit there and think about it, like if you close your eyes, right? And you think about it, Michael Jordan's son, Marcus, is dating Michael Jordan's teammate, Scottie Pippen's wife. Now I'm thinking about ex-wife. And just think about it. Oh shit, that's crazy. And I open my eyes and it's real. Like in the bullshit. That's real. Yeah. That's crazy. But you know what? You know what I do? Listen, Marcus, Larissa, I know y'all gonna see this. I love you. I don't know neither one of y'all personally. Right. And I wish you the best. Yeah. I wish you the best. I wish you
look, I ain't casting no who the hell
am I to judge? I ain't no guy.
I
ain't even pay my goddamn rent this month.
Hey, I might I might 5 minutes all said done. I might 5 me a 30-year-old. I'm 55.
Man, speaking of finding somebody, boy, don't act like you ain't see that tweet.
What you talking about?
Don't act like you ain't see that tweet. What? Hey, you got an umbrella?
Man,
you got an umbrella?
Ocho, I do remember Ocho. Keep me out of your Ocho. Keep Ocho.
I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just asking you. I know you saw. I know you saw that tweet.
I got a very nice umbrella.
Okay, because you're gonna need it. You're gonna need it.
Did you? I did read one guy's comment. He's like, thinking about it, but he realized it for the brand. Yeah, that's probably not the best.
That's why I ain't saying no name. But listen, that's something we can handle in private, though. You heard me? That's something we can handle in private. I'm gonna get that to you.
Ocho, and please do me a favor. Don't forget to click that subscribe button below. You guys have been unbelievable. Unc and Ocho have grown. Ocho, we number 7. We done moved up. We number 7.
You know what? Okay, since we moving up, who George and who Weezy? You and me. I'm George Jefferson.
Okay. Long as I'm on the carousel that's going up, I ride it. I don't care. I'm in the car.
Dynamite.
Yeah. We going.
Hey, I appreciate y'all. All of you. I know you're watching. If you see this, baby, I love you. My kids, I know my kids might be watching. All my friends and family, my extended family that's in the chat. Y'all chatting. I love you. Yeah. I salute you. I appreciate y'all because I ain't really never had nothing like this. I never had, so I'm trying to make the most of my opportunity. Speaking of opportunities,
yes,
you gonna be in Savannah tomorrow?
I'm going to Savannah on Sunday.
All right. So when y'all shooting first take from Savannah?
On Monday.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure I crash the set. Since you won't invite me on the set and you won't get me in the dough, I'm gonna put myself in there.
I've already notified authorities you're not to come in Savannah. So they're gonna meet you at the airport, or if you try to come by car, they're gonna meet you. There's only a couple of ways you can get in. You come in through 95, or you come in through 16 and 204. So we got all those blocks.
That's black on black crime right there, boy.
You got all those blocks. Do you know who Keith Lee is?
Man, I heard. Man, listen. I heard
TikTok food critic.
I heard about what he's doing, man. Like, come on,
check this out,
bro.
Okay, let me give people a backdrop.
Come on, bro.
Keith Lee is a TikTok food critic. He accidentally caused chaos in the Atlanta restaurant scene. In the videos, which have been viewed over 95 million times, Lee said multiple restaurants he had a hard time ordering ahead. So he tried to order food in advance. They said, no, we're not doing that. He said experienced poor customer service, or his family initially was turned away only to be offered a table once they realized they were with him. Restaurants have received death threats. Cardi B talked about Lee's food tour videos, IG. I feel like Atlanta restaurants, they don't like to make money. She said, describing how difficult it is for her to order food in the city without having to mention her name. I don't know how often you've been to Atlanta, but the Atlanta food scene, we unique, because a lot of times it's all about dressing up. And it's an hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5 hour wait time. A lot of times, Ocho, you got to eat a meal before you actually go to the restaurant, because you're going to be hungry damn again before you actually get in the restaurant. So It's perfect. And look, I don't want people to think what's going on is unique to Atlanta and Black restaurants. Normally, Ocho, you know this from being a professional athlete. We get privileges sometimes at the restaurant, and sometimes we get to get things that normal people don't get. It happens.
I don't like it.
Ocho, so you've never gotten the table because you were Ochocinco.
I'm not talking about that. Yeah. And when they do, I mean, you know me, you know how I move, and everybody in this chat knows how I move when I go to restaurants. If you seat me first, you understand what's coming at the end when it's time to tip. I've been doing that 20-some years.
Okay, but
I don't like the fact of what he's doing.
Ocho,
I don't like. I don't like
Ocho.
it. I don't like the critiquing of our restaurants and having people and talking bad about our goddamn businesses and
Ocho,
like, dude, you know
Ocho.
how hard it is
and I get it, Ocho,
for us to even get in the food industry and to have our own restaurant. And so,
Ocho,
like, what are we doing?
Don't ask me to come to your house and then ask me what I think about it without asking me to give you my honest opinion.
Nobody asked. Nobody asked for that. Nobody asked for that.
A lot of these people, listen, a lot of these restaurants do DM him, ask him to come. But he wants to go on. A lot of times he wants to go unannounced and give people. That's what he is. He's a food critic. He's turned himself into a food critic. It's okay.
Are we turning himself into resume? What are the qualifications of being a food critic?
Go to a restaurant and do you like the food? Did you like the customer service? What was it like? Yes. What was the wait time like? That's all you got to do.
How about go do that at Maestro's? Go do that shit at Chris Roof. Go do it at Poppy Steak. Go do it at fucking Zuma. Go do it at goddamn whatever the fucking rest of them goddamn 5-star restaurants that everybody. Go do it at that. Name one of the restaurants you go to in LA. Name one. Where you and Selena Gomez went? Where y'all went? What's the name of the restaurant y'all went to?
I don't forgot now.
You know.
I honestly forgot because I have never been there before.
Go do it at their restaurants and give them the bad press and all the bad.
Ocho. Because you're Black doesn't mean you're above criticism.
I'm not saying you're above anything, but go do it there. It's hard enough for us as it is. Now here you go.
So in other words, if he got bad service, he's supposed to just let that slide.
Service wasn't bad. Service wasn't bad. Service because it wasn't. It wasn't. I ain't never had bad service. And even if the service was bad, they might be having a bad day because some of the goddamn idiots they don't have to deal with.
Ocho, honestly, in the customer service business, you can't have a bad day. Because think about what you just said. Customer service.
Do you know what it's like dealing with some of these people?
You shouldn't get in that business. Do not get into the customer service business if you can be easily perturbed by having a bad day.
But sometimes you need a job. And sometimes that job, being customer service and being in the food industry, is all you can do.
Ocho, I know me. I can't be in the customer service business because I'm easily irritated. I don't like I ordered this and they mess up the order. Okay, I get that, Ocho, but you have to understand people are paying their hard-earned money. So I have the right. If I like the service, I'm going to say I like the service. Now me, I don't go, look, Ocho, you know what? In this business, what I've been in, Ocho, I've been very fortunate. I've met a lot of high-profile people.
Yeah.
And one of the first things people ask me is what he or she is like. And you know what I tell them? I can only tell you through my experience. Yeah. I don't know what they'll be like to you. I don't know what they're like to him. I don't know what they're like to someone else. I can just tell you what they're like to me. When I go to a restaurant, my experience at that restaurant might be different than yours. It might be different than Jordan's. It might be different than Malika's. But I can just tell you from my experience, it was unbelievable. Or no, it wasn't very good. The people weren't courteous. The service was lacking. The food was cold. It took me a long time to get seated. It took me a long time for the server to come back and take my order. That's my experience. Right. You might go there and have a totally different experience.
Listen, I hear what you're saying, and I'm gonna agree to disagree.
Okay.
I like to leave my mark on all restaurants I go to, regardless of what it is. I am more about being the positive influence. And when I leave those places and leaving my mark, and I don't want my mark to be that of what Brother Keith Lee is doing. Listen, I salute him to what he's doing and trying to let the people know about restaurants in Atlanta. The restaurants that I've been in Atlanta, that I've been to, have been just fine.
Ocho, all of them have been just fine. A lot of times, people have said their restaurant has been saved because he's giving them a positive critique. Huh? A lot of the restaurants said they have been able to remain in business because of the positive critique. So now, again, like I said, I don't have a problem tipping. A lot of times when I leave my room, I left money on the table today. I said, ma'am, I was at the table last night and I didn't get an opportunity to throw the stuff in the trash. I said, I left money on the table. It's yours if you clean it up. It might not have been her room, but I bet you went and then got that stuff off that table and threw it away.
Yeah. I got you.
I'm a service type of guy.
I'm just telling you.
Keep the ginger ale flowing. Right. You keep the ginger ale flowing, your boy gonna break you off real nice.
I'm just telling you how I am. Okay. I'm telling you how I am, how I understand what the people in the service industry have to go through. I understand the personalities, the people that they have to deal with time and time again for hours and hours at a time, stand on your feet, ordering, dealing with different personalities.
You chose that job.
Listen to me, and I can empathize with them, even though they chose that job. Maybe that's the only opportunity they have to make money. So I understand that. So I don't go in there. I never send food back. I don't care about the food being goddamn cold. I'm going to make your day at your job as easy as possible when I enter your establishment, as easy as possible, and I'm gonna leave your ass with a motherfucking blessing because they no telling what the fuck you had to go through before I got here. And that's just how I move. That's just how I move. I'm not leaving no fucking bad critiques and talking shit about your place. I'm gonna make sure when I leave there, I'm gonna leave your ass with a blessing and I'm gone. That's just me. What he's doing, that's cool, that's fine. And you know, more power to him, and more power to those that it's affecting in a positive or negative way. That's just me.
You feeling some type of way about that?
I mean, that's just me. I'm thinking from a business standpoint, how fucking hard it is for people to fucking build. That's fucking bullshit, man.
I tell you what, you open a restaurant, I'm bringing roaches and rats with me.
That's fine. That's fine.
I said, man, hey, I'm gonna have my camera lady. Oh, drop it, and look at this right here. Look at that big old one right there.
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about how that shit really affecting people, restaurants out there, man, in Black Hollywood, man. Cause now that you done, now I'm really allowing it to sink in, like that's. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm finna follow up. I'm going to be a motherfucking food critic in Atlanta. I'm going to be a food critic. I'm finna go to I'm going to every restaurant in Atlanta, and I'm leaving a $5,000 tip. And I'm gonna tell them these motherfucking restaurants was perfect and the service was phenomenal. Just to overshadow that fucking shit, bullshit. Talk about restaurants.
You do realize a food critic, they go all around the United States. They just don't go to Atlanta.
Gordon Ramsay is the only food critic I know.
Ocho, you see?
That's what he does.
Now you're doing what athletes do.
That's what he does.
What's your criteria? Hold on.
That's what he does.
Great. But here's the thing, Ocho. You can't say because someone doesn't have a culinary background.
So what makes you a goddamn food critic? Oh, because you have a platform? Because you got social media? So again, now you attach your name to yourself. Now
everybody is not a classical. Everybody is not a Michelin star chef. Everybody is not a 5-star chef. And that's
what qualifies you to be a food critic where everybody in the world has to listen to what you have to say about?
They don't have to. They don't have to. He ain't forced nobody to listen to his TikTok. He ain't forced nobody to listen to what he got to say. He said, go try it for yourself. He said, that's his experience. You might have a totally different experience, Ocho.
You know what? If you have a large platform of that magnitude, you shouldn't be saying nothing bad. You should be praising all motherfucking restaurants.
Nah, hell no. You and I gonna disagree with that one. Just because I got a platform, that don't mean
all our restaurants to help their motherfucking business.
Ocho. My thing is,
I'm telling you how I am.
Yeah.
I have nothing against what he's doing. I'm just telling you.
Yes, you do. You just said it's bullshit. What you mean?
It's bullshit. It's bullshit.
You just said you didn't have anything against it. What he's doing. So hold on. Time out.
That's how I feel.
Either I'm losing my damn mind or I'm done. You
That's
just said you didn't have a problem with what he did. Then you turn around and said it's bullshit.
Because I'm looking at the long.
So you got a problem.
I'm looking at the long-term effects of how this.
Do you have a problem with what he did? Yes or no?
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, thank you. That's all you had to say at the beginning. That's all I want to get you to say.
I don't like it. And anybody else, and if anybody in the chat like what's going through with that, like this shit, let me know. Let me know if you like it. Because if you like it, I mean, I got a problem with y'all too.
You ain't got no problem with them. Please do not forget to click that button below, that subscribe button, and you're gonna get takes like this. He and I
talk about my goddamn.
We are teammates, but we agree to disagree on a lot of things. He has his opinion, and as he says, I can only base my experience on my experience. And so if I go to a restaurant, if I like it, somebody asks me, "Hey man, you ever been to such and such?" "Yeah, I've been there. Food pretty good." Nah, it's not my vibe.
Fuck that shit.
You do that all the time. You be trashing me. You trash my dog. That's effing bullshit that you trash my dog and talk about I was trading for $10 million. You shouldn't have did that. What gives you qualification?
Wait a minute.
What gives you the qualification to say what I should and what I should not spend for a dog?
You have a dog that costs $10,000 American dollars.
What are your qualifications? What are your qualifications? Have you ever bred a dog? Have you ever trained a dog?
Yes.
Have you ever judged a dog?
Yes.
Okay, what?
I was a judge at the Westminster Dog Show in 1993. I was a judge at the Westminster Dog Show.
Think about what you just said.
Listen, wait, let me finish.
Go ahead.
I was a judge at the Westminster Dog Show in 1993, and it was the toy group, which is what you have. You have a toy dog. You paid $10,000. Let me finish. You paid $10,000 for a dog that cannot protect you.
Every dog is not made for protection.
Wait a minute. I'm not finished. He can't talk, and he can't do no tricks.
How you know he can't do tricks?
Said, go get it. Go get him right now. Tell him to sit.
I ain't home.
Where you at?
Don't worry about all that. See, there you go.
Where the dog at? Where the dog at? You bought a dog for $10,000 and he ain't traveling with you?
No.
For $10,000, he gonna be attached to my hip.
Why?
Just like baby Carlos in The Hangover, he going everywhere with me in a harness.
No. But my thing is, I still want to know your qualifications. You haven't given me no qualifications. You've never been to the Westminster Dog Show. You don't know what the Westminster Dog Show. Okay, let me ask you a question. So what's the dog? What's the dog in the silhouette?
In what silhouette?
In the silhouette on the Westminster Dog Show. In the Westminster Dog Show, there's a dog in the silhouette. What type of dog is it?
It's an English Spaniel. It's an English Spaniel. Don't play me. I really do this. I really do. Never forget, I wanted to be a marine biologist and a veterinarian before I made it to the league.
Ochocinco has no qualifications to tell me what I should or shouldn't pay monetarily for a dog. He's not a breeder. He's not an owner. He's not a handler. He's not a trainer. He's not a judge. Hold on. I'll let you speak. But you said, what is Keith Lee's qualification to be able to critique food? He has the same qualifications that you have as far as dogs. You offered your critique. He offered his. His is bullshit, but you're supposed to stand on bond.
My goddamn critique ain't costing your motherfucking business or your dog no motherfucking night sleep.
It caused me harm. It caused me emotional distress because you said I was foolish and people laughed at me for spending 10 racks for a dog, for 10 bands for a dog.
Emotional stress, although businesses losing goddamn money and people they come short. But let me finish. I let you talk. They come up short on payroll and people not want to show up because of these goddamn critiques that somebody is doing that I say isn't qualified to do them, is affecting people's business in this goddamn economy, and it's a bunch of goddamn bullshit, and I'm standing 10 toes on that. Period. Okay. And your dog costs $10,000 and he can't talk.
But okay. So what's your qualifications?
I just told you, I used to train dogs in Liberty.
You didn't train no dogs. You didn't train no dogs. Now I'm calling BS. I'm calling BS. So Ocho has not been a trainer. He's not been a breeder. He's not been an owner. He's not been a handler. He's not been a judge. So what are your qualifications? Now you got some. Now I'm the guy. that can talk about dogs. I'm the guy.
No, you're not. I done had dogs since I was 4 years old. I done gave birth to German Shepherd puppies. What you talking about? Like, Ocho. I do this. This ain't no joke.
Ocho. When it comes to animals, you can't touch me.
Whoa! Stop.
You can't touch me.
Stop.
Can't touch me.
When it comes to animals, you can't touch me. Rail, where you at? Rail, you in the chat? You better ask
let's go. Let's go to cattle. Let's start talking about cattle. Name some cattle. Name some breeds of cattle. Name some breed of hogs. Name some breed of chickens. Name some breeds of cats.
I'm out of Liberty City, man. We ain't got no goddamn hogs.
But hold up. You say you know animals.
I said dogs. Dogs.
Okay, let's talk about dogs. What dog you want to talk about?
Dogs.
You want to talk about you want to talk about the bull or the English Mastiff, or you want to talk about the Borbal, or you want to talk about the Kango?
It don't matter. Whatever breed you want to.
Okay, let's talk about the Kango.
What?
Where did it originate from? The Kango.
The Cane Corso?
It's pronounced Connie Corso, but okay, go ahead, take off.
I like Cane Corso.
Yeah, they know what you like. I'm telling you what the pronunciation of the dog is.
Says who?
Connie Corso. When you go to the Westminster Dog Show and they say number 35, the Connie Corso.
Hey, let me ask you something. Spell sugar cane. Spell sugar cane. Spell cane. Sugar cane.
C-A-N-E.
Now spell Cane Corso. Say the first 3 letters of Cane Corso. Just spell it.
I'm just telling you.
Okay. Spell it for me.
Just because something is spelled doesn't mean that it's pronounced that way, Ocho. There's a lot of work. There's a lot of work.
What you're not going to do is allow the English language to change because the dog was born somewhere and bred somewhere else. That's not what I'm going to do.
Ocho.
Cane Corso.
Ocho. Just because something is spelled a certain way doesn't mean it's pronounced a certain way. Because there are certain names. Let me ask you a question. Are there names in the English language that are spelled one way?
Right.
Because you just told me, remember the other day you told me about the silent? It's silent.
And salmon. The L is silent. Salmon.
Okay then.
Spaghetti.
Okay. So I'm just saying. Ocho.
I'm an English major too now. Let's go now. Let's go.
Ocho.
I'm an English major. Let's go.
Ocho. You and I both know with your grades you couldn't have got in prison. But anyway. You and I gonna disagree on this one. I get what you're saying. Yeah. You're saying that as because the businesses, especially Black small businesses, they're not changed. And they're probably, if they're fortunate enough, they might have 2. But more times than not, there's only 1. There's only 1. And I get it. I get what you're saying. But my only point is to this. I just don't believe that you should not be able to critique a business because the owner looks like you and I. That's all I'm saying. Now, if you don't like it, look, you're right. You could keep that to yourself, but that's not what he does. You and I, we're not going anywhere and they're gonna leave a negative review, especially not public. Now, if I'm talking to some of my friends, like, bro, I went there, it was bomb. I loved it. I love the oxtail. I love the smothered pork chops or the fried chicken, the yada yada yada. And if I didn't, I'm like, nah, it wasn't me. I wasn't feeling it that day. Okay, cool.
Listen, I have a reputation to upkeep for the past 20 years of going to restaurants everywhere and being.
Can I ask you a question?
And being known for one thing, and I just don't want. I don't want to leave any negative reviews in any type of manner, no matter what, because that reflects on me and who I am and my character as a person. That's all I'm saying, man.
So in all your years of going to the restaurant, you've never, ever had a meal come out cold, a meal that wasn't what you ordered, the service wasn't good. You've never had a negative experience at a restaurant.
And even if I did.
No. It's not even if you did. I'm just asking.
I can't remember. Because I rotate the same shit over and over. Okay. I rotate the same. I'm not a foodie, Unc. I'm not a foodie. Listen to me. Let me tell you, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, I play around a lot. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And this is one of the problems that I had with Sherelle when I met Sherelle too, about experiencing new places. I'm just gonna be honest. When we met, I go to 5 restaurants, and I swear for God, my kids to tell you too. Right hand on the Bible, Bahama Breeze. I'm not lying. McDonald's, obviously, you know that. Yeah. I have a Cuban spot that I tried that is in Davie off of Pine Island and Griffin, called Abandoned Cuban Cuisine. Mm-hmm. I go to Brimstone. Okay. I go to Twin Peaks, and I know my dude, my soul food spot. I go to Bar One. You know Peter Thomas, right? Mm-hmm. I go to Bar One.
I don't know him personally, but I've heard of it.
Yeah. I go to Bar One and I go to I Crave. That is the extent of my restaurants. I promise you, and I'm not even joking. And when I eat it somewhere new, it's when I'm with Sherelle, and she can attest to this. She likes sending food back. When the staff has an attitude, and I look at her funny. I like, what are you doing? You don't know what this is.
Asking for trouble.
Yeah, man. And so I get ticked off at her when she doesn't understand how I see it. She don't see it from the lens I see it. She's sending food back.
Okay, let me ask you a question. What's one of the reasons she'll send the food back?
Sometimes they get the order wrong. Or she asks for something not to be on the plate that comes on the menu, and they put it on there anyway. Just small stuff like that. Just eat it, man. Just eat it. Have to be. See,
so let me ask you a question.
I don't see how you.
So let me ask you a question. When you ran the wrong route, did the coach ever say anything? He corrected you, right? Because your objective was to get it right. The objective of a restaurant, of a service, is to provide a service, which means to get it right. So if I ask no onions, no pickles, and then you put onions and pickles, what should I do?
Then I'm gonna just take them off.
I'm there's sometimes
I want to make your job as easy as possible. If you mess around and put onions and pickles on this shit, I'm not sending it back. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do what I did when I was a little kid, when I was a little shorty, and you put onions and pickles on my shit. I'm gonna take the motherfucking top off, peel the bitches off, squish the burger down, and eat it.
Can I ask you a question?
I ain't got time.
What about my experience? Where do I fit into that? You trying to make sure they have a pleasurable day. What if I had a bad day?
But I gave you your understanding on why I do that, because I understand what they got to go through.
What about me? What about what I'm going through? That doesn't matter.
What you going through? You coming to eat. You coming to eat.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, you're not gonna understand, man. I see everything from a different lens than you do. So we agree to disagree. When I go out, I want to make their job easy as possible. I don't give a fuck about your goddamn service.
What about your job? So when you go out to eat, so what are you hoping to get accomplished when you go out?
To get full. That's it. Because I know what I'm getting. To get full. Right. To get full. And I know I have people in the chat that have been waiters of mine, that have been waitresses of mine, and you know how I am. I'm simple. When I walk in, you're a normal order.
Right.
I order the same. Don't none change. And when I walk in, food.
But what happens when they get it wrong? If they know your order and they still get it wrong, then what?
I'm gonna eat whatever the fuck they bring me. And they know that. And I swear for God. I swear to God, on my mama, rest in peace. And I wouldn't play like that. I am not anal like that when it comes to food, especially when it comes to the service industry. I want your shit. If there was one customer that you're gonna deal with that it's easy and you got to deal with no bullshit, it's me. And
I don't send a whole lot of stuff back.
And listen, you know what's gonna happen once I walk out that door. You're gonna be straight all month.
No, I mean, the way I look at it, when I the thing is, if it's undercooked. If it's undercooked or overcooked, I'm gonna send it back. I got to. I can't eat it. I can't eat it.
I got it.
I mean, I can't. Look, I can't eat anything, Ocho. A good vet could have saved it. You see what I'm saying, Ocho? I can't do that. I gotta send that, Ocho. I gotta send that back. I can't just sit there. Come on, Ocho.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, if I'd called my homeboy who's a vet, he could have got there 5 minutes ago. He could have saved the cow.
Right.
I can't do that. But I get what you. I get what you're saying. You're looking at it from the lens. I think you're looking at it from Ocho as a shorty, and he's saying, I know what it was like, and so I don't want anybody to feel like I felt as a shorty. So now I'm going to try to make sure you have a good day, and if somebody send this back, they might lose their job. Somebody got the order wrong, and you get the order wrong enough, they're going to lose their job, and you don't want them to be out of a job. Yeah, and you you know what?
Yeah. And again, man, no disrespect to Keith Lee and what he's doing. I see it again from a different lens. I'm looking long-term, the long-term effect of the positive or the negative effect that critiquing those restaurants could have on those businesses. I think about the people that work there. I think about, just all type of shit, man. That's why on my end, and maybe it's wrong, No.
You feel
listen. You get on me. I can't even critique goddamn NFL players. That's going out there because I understand.
Yeah, but think about what you just did.
Sometimes they don't.
Hey, y'all in this chat, did y'all see Ocho? Ocho just critiqued Keith Lee harder than he's ever critiqued any NFL player in 6 months that me and this man been working together. We've been working together 3 months, but you get the idea.
I meant to say no. I said no disrespect to Keith Lee. Salute to him and what he doing.
But you do realize that anytime you say that,
I'm thinking about the businesses, man. That's all. You know how hard it is to start and be in the restaurant business. You know how
it's hard to start any business, Ocho.
Yeah, but that one this is restaurant business is fickle though. That's even worse. Restaurant business is like having a club. Sometimes it's hit or miss. Sometimes it's a slow season. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's bad. Man, come on, man.
But you do realize, Ocho, a lot of time these businesses, like these popping spots, what happened? Somebody gave them positive reviews. Somebody said something good. And a lot of times you go to the places in Miami. All it takes is one person. It takes somebody. You go to a spot, man. Like you said, I tell you what, this is what we're gonna do. You gonna do next we gonna tour the country. We're gonna go around the country, we're gonna go to different places, eat different stuff. And we're gonna give our honest opinion of what we think. And we're gonna eat a lot of stuff, a lot of different stuff. No seafood.
I'm gonna tell you, I eat seafood. I was just bullshitting about the lobster.
I'm allergic to it.
Oh, you for real?
Yeah, it'll be a nightcap with Ocho.
I got some for you that can help with anything you're allergic to. I know how to cure that.
I keep an EpiPen with me.
Huh?
I keep an EpiPen with me.
You'll be fine. You have to force feed yourself and eat lobster, and then at that point you won't be.
Why would I do that?
Because I'm trying to get you over it. That's the way to get over it.
Why would I want to go in anaphylactic
If you're scared of heights, you have to go stand high up on something until you're not scared no more.
No, the likelihood, here's the thing. If I just stand there, nothing's going to happen. If I eat shellfish, I could die.
I got you. I know what to do. I
know what to do too. I'm going to stab myself with this EpiPen and I'm taking my ass to the doctor. But I'm not eating shellfish.
I studied this shit. I said, I got you.
What's your qualification?
Oh, here we go again.
You like qualification. You like people to be qualified for stuff.
Right, so you gonna keep using that guy? Okay.
This way you took it, Ocho. This is where you took it.
I see where you're going. Well, I'm qualified. Remember the game Operation back in the day?
Yeah.
Operation?
Yeah.
I never messed up and never lost in the game Operation.
Well, I tell you what, in a couple of weeks, I'm going to have my daughter on because she's in the last year of med school. So she'll be able to give us some insight. Should your dad eat? Your dad's allergic to shellfish.
All right.
Did he eat shellfish to get over his allergy of the shellfish? That's not no.
And I guarantee.
Well, in other words, so let me ask you a question. Do you realize, you notice on airplanes, they don't serve peanuts anymore?
I just had peanuts today.
On what flight? Spirit. Oh, they don't give a damn that shit. They let me fly the plane. Okay, they let me fly the plane. But here's the thing: if you're allergic to bee sting, the doctor's not gonna tell you go let the bee sting you. If you're allergic to ants, they don't say let the ant sting you to get over your fear of that. You can die.
Let me tell you something. I could be honest with you because we family in the chat. I could be honest with y'all. I used to have a fear of taking my clothes off when it was time for horizontal activity. Now I can share this with you.
What?
I can share with you. Yeah.
I mean, I'm afraid to have to look at you with your clothes off. I can understand.
I had a fear of that. So I would keep on a shirt.
Yeah.
And I would keep on some shorts the whole time.
Yeah, but
it took me standing in front of rail. I used to stand there like, you know how in art class when you want to paint somebody nude?
Yeah.
I had to stand there in front of rail for like an hour.
Oh no, I can't do that.
By my side. Listen to me.
Never do that.
Now. And at some point, by the time we got to about 2 weeks in, then I was comfortable. Now she can't get me to keep clothes on.
I can't.
Because I was nervous. So I know if you take lobster and you force yourself to eat it, at some point you will never be allergic again.
Ocho. Yeah, if you dead, you won't be allergic to anything.
You're not gonna be dead. I got you. You know I ain't gonna let nothing happen to you, man.
I know, because I keep that EpiPen with me. I know ain't nothing gonna happen to me.
I got an EpiPen too. What you got? You got the blue one?
No, I got the yellow and black stick.
Oh, okay, yeah. I got a blue one.
Man, this man, you out your mind, Ocho. You out your mind. Y'all see how he got upset? Man, you see, I know he could do it. He just got to find something that he's passionate about. This is what he got to do. He got to find somebody that he don't think he's going to bump into. Like the NFL players, the basketball players, he think he might see them.
And
So Keith Lee.
Whoa.
Let me finish.
Every NFL player, I whoop every NFL, NBA nigga ass. I don't give a fuck.
Ocho know he ain't gonna bump into Keith Lee. He don't know. Keith, I got you, bro. I got you. I don't know you. I mean, if I would,
See, you got the wrong context. Them NBA dudes, them NFL dudes. I used to be one of them dudes putting in the work. So I know what goes in. I know what goes in the process before you play on Sunday. And when it don't come out how it should come out, I understand and empathize with why. What that mean?
I mean, you said you did that and you understand, empathize what they went. I just want to show you. I did that too.
Who was that?
The Sweeties. I mean, they get over.
Listen, hey,
so, I'm just telling you.
Let me tell you something. Listen, if there was a cat, right? There's two ways to skin it. You got your way, and I got my way. I can still get my point across without it being the same as yours.
No, I'm not saying we got to have the same point, but but the notion is that what you're saying, because you and I empathize, and I'm pro player because been a player.
You pro player,
but here's the thing though, Ocho.
You ain't no pro
I
player,
know when they on that bull jive. You know when they're on the bull jive because we played the game and we played the game at a high level.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Ocho,
I got you, baby.
You will never hear me criticize a soccer player because I don't know. I don't know what offsides is. I know what handball is. I know that. Okay.
Now that's something we could go do. I could take you with me to go catch a goddamn game in Europe.
No.
Yeah, we do the show from over there. Now I get you in that soccer atmosphere. You won't even think about football no more. Yeah.
No.
You talk about experiences. You could bring the little dog too.
No, he don't want to travel. He said he don't like you. He did tell me that before I left. He told me, he whispered in my ear. He said, Daddy, if I ever see Ocho, I'm gonna bite it. And I don't really bite, but I'm gonna sink these teeth in it. Man, let me get that. I got to go to work in the morning, man. I got an early day. Ooh, what time is it? It's after 1 o'clock. Oh, yeah, I got to go. Ocho. Ocho, I got to go.
Hey, whoa. Boy, this is a good one tonight. We might as well stay on another hour.
No, we ain't going to stay on another hour. I got to be to work. I got some accounts to open.
Some who?
Hey, guys, thank you for joining another episode of Nightcap. I am your host.
Where you going?
I'm going upstairs and go to bed.
Happy people in the air.
You not gonna sing no national anthem?
I am. I've been practicing. I got a vocal coach.
I mean that sounds right there like a goat with his head in the fence.
No, it don't. Give me something.
Like.
Hey, tip one line before you get off. One line. Just tell me. Just give me. Let me sing one thing for you before you get off.
Sing the song that you think you can sing the best. Whatever song you think you can sing the best. You sound the best.
Okay, you ready? I got you right now. Hold on. Because I know that people want to hear this shit. You ready?
Yep.
Can you hear that?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Bésame mucho. Yeah. How that sound, huh? How that sound?
I mean, he sounded good. Your voiceover a little delayed, little choppy.
No, it ain't. I'm an octave where I'm supposed to be.
Nah.
You ain't like that?
Nah. You an octane.
Hey, Chad, I love you, man.
Hey, I'm your favorite sports song, Shannon Sharpe. He's your favorite number 85, Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Tune in Sunday when we spin you around the league. Eagles, Cowboys, the Chiefs,
Bengals,
Bills. Yes, we got the Chiefs and we got the Dolphins. So we're gonna spin you around the league, and I'm sure we'll have other trending topics to talk about. Thank you for joining us. Please click that subscribe button. I'm Unc. He's Ocho. We're out for tonight.
I love y'all.